Well, hello there, everyone. It is yours truly again, back at it this evening for yet another whiskey review. It is me, your whiskey coach. Thank you for joining me very much this evening. So, I thought to myself over the last couple days, you're always doing bottles that are 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, $155. Let's really concentrate on budget bourbons for a minute. Let's take a step back. I know I talked about budget bourbons in the past, but never really talked about specifics or really got into tasting notes. I'll simplify it for you guys like this. There are many people that I have fooled at my bar in blind tastings with budget bourbons. When I say budget bourbons, I'm talking 25 and down, really 20 and down, but 20 and down is getting less and less difficult. You'd be surprised with the quality you can find on the bottom shelf, guys. You can, especially if you're new into bourbon. Sure, have a couple cool bottles for conversation or bragging rights, but for your everyday drinkers, there's plenty of good stuff right here. So, this evening's bourbons, we are going to be comparing our Evan Williams Bottled and Bond 100 proof from the fine folks at Heaven Hill. And it's, I won't even say cousin, I'll say brother. Heaven Hill, Bottled and Bond, 100 proof from Heaven Hill. Same bottle, damn near the same label, same white tops, screw tops. I mean, it is eerily similar. Couple differences. The Heaven Hill carries the 6-year age statement. The Evan Williams Bottled and Bond carries no age statement. Now, we know it's bottled and bond, so it's got to be at least 4 years old, correct? It's got to be at least 100 proof. It's got to be one distillery, produced in one distilling season. It's got to be government supervised. And we know, like I said, at least 4 years. So this is 4 to 6 years old on the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. And we know on the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond that it is exactly 6 years or older. So, price-wise, 15-ish bucks. Evan Williams tends to be closer to 15, and actually, you can typically find the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond for less than 15 bucks, even though it is a 6-year age statement. It is only available in Kentucky. And it is, right now it is September of 2018, and the rumor is that this will shortly be discontinued. But I've heard that before, so we'll see. Fingers crossed it's not, because wow, what a great well bourbon for you making cocktails at a bar, pouring mixed drinks at your bar for an amazing, amazing value. So, with no further ado, let's dive right into this tonight, guys. I think we kind of covered all the basics, some of the differences. We talked about price range. So yeah, I talked about similarities. Not only is it the same distiller, it's the same mash bill. The only differences are, different barrel selections, different barrel types, different char levels, that sort of thing. And then just different locations in the rickhouse. Other than that, guys, I mean, there is minimal differences. And that's what's so confusing for bourbon newcomers, is there's so many different brand names and labels produced by a pretty small amount of distillers. So tonight we're going to talk about, like I said, a pair of brothers, so to speak. So these have already been poured, and I'm going to do jump into the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond first. By the way, I'm going into this with pre-notions. I've tried both of these before. I've made my own opinion. Let's see if that opinion changes or stays the same. But I'm going to keep it to myself until we're done. Really nice nose. Balanced, spicy. You taste it, you smell it's not a 10, 12, 14-year-old bourbon. You smell some youth, but you also, with that youth, get some really nice fruitiness, some zestiness, some liveliness, some brightness that you typically won't get with an older bourbon. Some fresh fruits, some zest, I guess, like red peppers a little bit. Just a hint of char I get there. but not as much of the tannins or the leathery notes or the real woodiness that you'll get more in older juice. I'm going to compare just noses at first. And the Heaven Hill 6-year-old Bottle and Bond. A little sweeter. Just a hair sweeter. A little more rumminess, a little more sugars coming out in this one. A little more mellow. Probably because I'm not getting quite as much alcohol vapors. I mean, it's the same proof, but I mean, in terms of the sharpness, the harshness is taken away a little bit, maybe due to the little teeny age difference. Or it could be, like I said, the way it was aged, the barrel proof, the barrel chosen, all those things do affect every part of an experience in a bourbon. I'd say I prefer the nose just a hair on the Heaven and Hill Bottle and Bond. Into the taste. The Evan Williams. Very light on the front. Quick finish. Kentucky hug there on the finish. On the tail end. Well balanced. A workman's bourbon. Just kind of no frills. Not offensive. Not unenjoyable by any means. Taste number 2. This time you get a little more like coriander, a little cinnamon, a little more spice, almost a little more rye notes on the second taste for me at least. One more. Cleanse my palate here quickly. Okay. On to our friends at Heaven Hill. They're both Heaven Hill. Let's see if a little more age does something to this. I'm getting more Butterfinger. Kind of that like peanut butter-ish. And by the way, in Heaven Hill products, kind of across the line, you tend to get a little bit of peanut. Typically not peanut butter, but a little bit of a peanut edge. I'm getting that here in the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond 6-year-old. A little more oak. Again, all transparency, could be because I know it's a little older, but I feel like I am getting it a little bit more. Sticks to the back of the throat a little bit more. Not necessarily enjoyably so. Just kind of hugging the back of my throat. Man, this is a tough one. So, I'll reveal to you what I thought coming in. I actually liked the Evan Williams coming in, having tried these both. However, the fascinating thing about trying whiskeys, or any spirits for that matter, is you can try the same thing 5, 10, 15, 20 times and get different experiences just every single time because of environmental things, meals, what kind of cologne you have, you know, what if someone's burning a candle, all those things affect the experience. And tonight I would lean towards the 6-year-old Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond, and I would give this one a 6.6, and I'd give the Evan Williams a 6.4. Fair? Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching. And until next time, and as always, double glasses up.